All right, here we are. We are at Smokestack Bar or Brew, actually, in Mishawaka, Indiana, and we're hanging out with Jimmy from The Lonely Ones. How you doing?
What's up, man? How you doing today? I'm doing well.
I am doing outstanding.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Day. So, how's this been going on for you? I mean, are you guys just like overjoyed being back out on the road and being able to do stuff again?
Yeah, overjoyed is a good way to put it. I think this is actually our 6th show. So we've been out last weekend and then a long weekend for this weekend, and it's been like electric the whole time. You know, we've been, even when we're home, we're buzzing, calling each other, talking about this idea, that idea, how we can make the show better. So yeah, it's nice to have some more purpose in life again.
Yeah, it does. It is. And I know when I talked to, I can't even remember. I talked to your bandmate. I interviewed him last year.
Oh, Marty, maybe?
Marty, yeah. And right after you guys came out with Flash.
Yeah.
And that's all that he would talk about, just getting back out there.
Yeah.
That's it. He didn't care about anything else. Everybody just wants to get back out there.
We didn't plan on that at that point, on it still being another year and change from then.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, are you guys? How has this tour been? I mean, are you guys picking up a lot of different bands from the areas that you're going to, or are you just? I know Sunflower Dead.
Yeah, Sunflower Dead's been out with us. There's been a few shows that's just the two of our bands. And then there's been a couple where there's, local support and whatnot, which is great too, because, that's just another group of new people that haven't seen us before.
Right.
But yeah, it's been a good mixture of the two.
Oh, okay. Now, I don't know if he told you before, but Bobaflex, when I started Asgard 11 and a half years ago, you guys were the first to give me an interview.
Really?
Yes, at Rock on the Range in 2010.
Wow, yeah?
Yeah, you guys were the first ones to actually let me interview you guys. I mean, everybody sat with me.
Yeah.
It was really great. And I told them, I said, I've always appreciated it. You guys gave me the very first interview, kind of like, made my bones with you guys.
That's cool, man. So that's a cool story.
So I do really appreciate, taking the time out then and now and everything. It's been, I've been following you guys and, now that you're the Lonely Ones. Now, I did see it correctly that there were some dates of Bobaflex?
No, there's not any on the calendar currently. Okay. But all that to say that we're not also opposed to doing, just the occasional one-off or weekend run as well.
Okay.
But currently, no, we don't have anything scheduled.
Nothing yet.
No.
So, okay, what's coming up in the near future for you guys? Other than touring, are you guys gonna, after the tour, work on another album, or what's going on?
Right now, we've actually got a lot of music in the vault.
I'm sure.
Would you believe it with all this time we've had? So, we want to get to creating because that's what we do. But it's not like we're hard pressed for more material to put out, to keep people satisfied and satiated. Right now, like an album as a whole just doesn't seem like a smart move,
right.
Because just the kind of way of the internet and the world and short attention spans, this and that, it really seems like just putting out singles more often is the way to go, which is what we've been doing, and it's got people's attention pretty well so far.
Yeah, and when I think I get your music from Shauna.
Yeah.
And she gives it, every once in a while I get, another new release from, you guys. And I think it is the way to go now. I mean, because like you said, short attention span, it's not like it was in the 80s, you know? So. Yeah, I'm a, an old blues rock purist. I want to do that Rolling Stones thing where we lock ourselves up once a year and we put out a whole record, and it's a reflection of who we are at that snapshot in time and this and that. And it's all great and it's all creatively wonderful, but it don't make dollars right now. Right. Unfortunately. Yeah, it would be great if it did, because that would be my dream come true, is to be able to do that once a year and put it out and have it be successful and grow the band. But it's just, you'd be wasting a lot of material if you put it all out at once, because you're only going to have 1 or 2 singles off a record, maybe 3 or 4 if you're just perfect with them. Right.
And so then you've got at least another 5, 6, 7 songs that are kind of just there. They're just, padding everything out. I'd rather treat everything that we do as a potential single, and that forces us to not have any fluff too, as far as I think. Right. Because it's all a priority at one point.
And so you guys have been putting out that Flash song. That was just, how did you, of all songs, how did you come up with Flash? Because it's got different beats, it's got different tones. There's 3 different sections to it.
Oh yeah, there is. It was to take a little bit of credit there. It was kind of my idea that I started the spark on. Obviously it's something that in depth is a group effort. It's not, by all means everybody played their part, but I called around to everybody and was like, hey, we were doing something with Sweetwater, the music store, and they wanted to do a charity album. And they asked us, if we could do something that was more rock. There was a lot of artists that were doing kind of like pop versions of this and that or whatever. They asked us to do a rock song. So I had this idea to do a Queen cover. And I just thought it was like, it was for a charity album. So I was like, if it flops, it was not going to be something we were putting out our own. And it was part of there was a lot of bigger bands that were going to float this charity album. So if we didn't sell on it, it wasn't going to be the end of the world. I thought it would just be a cool roll of the dice. Like, oh, wow, they tried Queen.
Yeah.
I got to hear how bad this sucks. And nobody wanted to do it. Like, the rest of the band was not in favor of it. And I, like a total prick, just kept, Marty didn't want to do it real bad. And I kept calling him over the course of hours, wearing down, chipping away at everything. And finally went, all right, man, fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And I went, okay, cool. And hung up the phone. I don't know why I did that. It was a cell phone. But hung up the phone, and I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't expect anybody to agree to this, So then the pressure was on because I talked everybody into doing it that didn't want to do it. So I had to sit there and I probably still have this notebook somewhere where I took pages and pages of notes like an insane person because I can't read music, nothing like that. I don't know how to make tabs. So I had to sit there and write in this weird shorthand language that I only understand how the song goes. And then, broke down certain little things to everybody else and how this interplays with that. Did all the vocal stacks, wrote what notes each, how they all go. And it was like days of work, just like a full-time job of me figuring out how this song went. 'Cause it's like the original version we did was like 6 minutes long. We've actually cut it down for live.
Wow.
But to loop all the way back to your question, it was what's the Sisyphean, I think is the old Greek story of the guy that was pushing the rock up the hill.
Yes.
And that was what it felt like, was trying to conquer a Queen song. But at the end of the day, Sam Jones, who played Flash Gordon, and Brian May from Queen both got a hold of it and wrote us emails saying how much they loved it. So really, for anything else, that made it all worth it.
I saw the Brian May letter.
Yeah.
I saw that, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that was just, but the song, I mean, you guys nailed it. I mean,
thank you.
Obviously it's not Freddie Mercury with the high pitch, and
we didn't want to, we didn't want it to be an exact ripoff.
Right. But it was just fantastic. It was like, it's got to be one of the top covers I've ever heard because you guys hit everything. I mean, everything just, and even Marty goes, he didn't want to do it, and he said you chipped away at him, and he finally said, okay, we'll do this, and he said the first take, he goes, you guys almost, he goes, really hit it on the first take, but
oddly enough, all the time got taken up recording the music, as far as the instruments and all that. That we had 2 days in the studio to do it. And we took probably one full day and then 6 hours out of the second day to do drums, guitars, overdubs, keyboards, this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. We took sound effects from the original version and dropped it in, all this and that. And I think we cut the vocals in like 4 hours. It was insane.
Really?
Yeah. Which we don't normally cut our own songs vocals that quick.
Wow.
I don't know what we were eating that day, but something just clicked. We just burned through them.
Well, it's probably it was probably the adrenaline of the idea of shit. We're doing a Queen's cover, and
I think part of it is like in certain scenarios, was it like a limitation kind of breeds creativity and excellence, and not to call ourselves excellent, but so I already knew we were behind the gun on this timing of everything, and those flashes. That is a 5-part vocal harmony. And each one of the harmonies is quadruple. So there's 20 vocal. Every time you hear somebody say flash that's 20 voices. Wow. So because we had that much to do, we knew we couldn't go in and just take our time with it. We would just go in and go flash and just boom, 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 boom. Here, all right, next one, do it. Next. Wow. And I think that kind of added to the. What I thought turned out to be a really good vocal take of everything was we didn't have 2 days to sit there and pour over vocals and get it right again. Yeah. We just had to go do it.
Yeah, and like I said, you guys did it. It was fantastic. It's just we couldn't stop playing it enough on Asgard because it kept getting requested.
Oh, that's awesome,
every
man.
day. All my
That's
DJs,
cool.
all weekend long,
Yeah.
every day we were getting, hey, play Flash. Hey, play Flash.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can't play it back to back. Okay.
You could. Just say that you could.
We could, yeah. But it was just like, it was like, my God. I was like, all right, next time I talk to you guys, I was going to let you know that it flew off our chart.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So you said the other guys were in there sleeping. Did you guys have a long trip down here? Where are you guys coming from?
Yeah, we were, well, funnily enough, it's not just where we came from, but it's where we came from the night before last and then last night. So we were only about maybe 80 miles away from here 2 nights ago.
Oh, okay.
And then drove 9 hours out to Keokuk, Iowa.
Oh, Jesus.
And then from where we were in Battle Creek, which is pretty close to here.
Yeah, it's right north.
So we drove from Battle Creek to Keokuk, Iowa, and then straight back here.
And then backtracked it? Or?
Yep, backtracked to here.
Oh, shit.
So we've been, it's been a lot of going down the highway.
Yeah.
I did the first shift driving last night. So I didn't get to bed till probably 6 or something.
Oh, man.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
We're all used to this. We all know how to act and all that. So we know how to, sneak little sleeps in here and there.
Yeah.
But, no matter what you do, you play a show every day and you drive all night, you're going to be a little tired.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know once you get on stage, it's just the energy and everything just kind of hits you.
It all fires up, and then I crash afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
About a half hour after the show, people are always like, "Are you okay?" Because I'm burnt. It's
Right.
like you get this big adrenaline dump, and then a half hour later, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that next half hour, I try to not interact too much because I don't know how to. I can't keep it up. I don't want people to think I'm bored with what they're saying or not paying attention, but I'm just total space case.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, it's understandable. It's completely understandable. So you guys have this tour going on. You guys got music. I mean, I'm sure you got probably 4 more albums written. Since we've been locked up.
Yeah, we've got a lot.
Yeah,
we got a lot written.
What do you think holds for you for next year for 22?
Man, the big game plan is we got to get out on the road with larger established acts. These shows have been good for us. The one tonight seems like it's going to be good. The last shows we've done, all that have been really solid. But I don't have my eyeballs on playing for our crowd and then slowly growing our crowd 6 months at a time, year at a time. I want to get out for somebody that's selling out venues twice this size.
Okay.
And so we can come back and play a venue this size and we can sell it out.
Really?
We gained all this fans. So that's the main goal for 2022 is get out on the road, get out there, make your bread, but more importantly, go out and play in front of larger acts, crowds.
Yeah. And now you guys are going to get back to, I don't know if they're going to open them up, but some of the Danny Wimmer shows.
That's what we'd like to do. I know they what they had going on this year was a lot of it was reschedules for what was supposed to happen in 2020. Yeah, 2020. I get confused on what years are what anymore. But yeah, so a lot of those are rescheduled. So there was not a shot of us getting on those this year.
Okay.
Because it's just a transfer over, and we weren't ready to be out playing a year and a half ago.
Right.
When they were booking those shows. But yeah, 2022 and 2023, that's the big plan is get out and festivals as well. Get out and just beat the street doing those.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, that sounds great. Well, I tell you what, I will let you go and get yourself some rest a little bit there, and I do appreciate your time. Like I said,
of course.
And like I said, you guys let me do the first one. I've always appreciated it, and we have grown, exponentially since then.
Yeah.
Thank God, because I don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't doing this. But I mean, interviewing you and the Lonely Ones and being here, and then being able to transfer that to some new bands that are coming up. Like we play your song, and then we'll play a song from another country that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah.
And so
I think that's cool, man.
Yeah, we help the little guy. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We got bands from 70 countries now, and
that's really cool.
It's so awesome. It's so much fun, and a perk is I get to talk to you.
Yeah.
So I appreciate your time,
course,
man. Thank you so much,
Anytime.
Jimmy. All right, guys. The Lonely Ones, check it out. Check out all their stuff. Oh, yeah, your merch and everything else. How can we get it?
If you go to lonelyones.net, like it's 1998.net, we have both all of our concerts listed there, and there's a tab where you can go to our merchandising store.
Okay.
You want to support us, buy a ticket or buy a t-shirt, buy a hoodie, whatever. All that makes a huge difference. You don't even know. So anything you can do on that, stream the singles, add it to your playlist, like it on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. I know I'm giving you a lot right now. If you do one of those things, it's helped us a lot.
Yeah.
So thank you so much in advance.
Anything. Like we always tell everybody, anything you can do for the bands, it helps them in every sort of the way. It helps them get on down the road. And hopefully next year we'll see them at the big events.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. The Lonely Ones here in Mishawaka, Indiana. We'll see you guys later.
Boom, baby.